Alright, everybody, this is the Arty 84 show. This is episode 16. We're live from the Packy headquarters here in the fine city of Revere, Massachusetts. We're sitting here on the Red Sox sheets? Or the Red Sox sheets, yeah, that's for later on. But as always, Adam, the ladies' man Mallets.
I don't know about that, but okay.
You don't know about that?
I don't know about that.
And, well, we have some spectators. We have a live studio audience today. We have 2 pups and 2 peeps. And we may hear from them, we may not hear from them, so we'll see how it's going to go. It's been about a week, a little more than a week, right?
Yeah.
Since we entertained you guys here on this entertainment broadcasting show here.
You're drinking red wine. I wish I could drink red wine because I can't. It gives me a searing headache, even if I have just one glass.
Why?
I don't know. And some people react to that red wine that way. I can't do it.
Funny story. I'm surprised you even drink red wine. We were at Sheila and Rich's friends of mine wedding on
oh yeah, the wedding. Yes.
on Friday night. And it was open bar, beer and wine. So, of course, I had my first vodka drink, and I realized, you know what, maybe I just drink wine all night. And I did have to wake up for a wedding the next morning, and I was pretty hungover until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, I would not suggest getting drunk on wine and have to doing stuff the next day. But if you have to, then you're a better person than I am.
I was curious how you're going to play that out. Did you drink more the first wedding or the second wedding?
Well, the second one was also an open bar.
Oh, they both were open bar.
Well, it was all curveballs. I did not notice until I got there for both weddings. So the first wedding we get there, I order my drink, and all of a sudden my buddy comes over with 2 beers in his hands. I'm like, what are you, double fisting? He's like, nah, man. He's like, beer and wine over there, open bar. Matt, Matt, it was across the street, friend of the show.
Was it limited open bar for a couple
No,
hours?
it was the whole entire night.
Irish?
So, yeah, I think so. Yeah. So Matt, he's an animal. So he was drinking shots of whiskey with his beer, so he was paying money for the whiskey anyways. So I'm satisfied with my glass of wine, and I felt pretty good. Don't remember exactly how we got back to the hotel that night, getting into the room and whatnot. But overall, it was a good time. And then the next morning, I wake up at the ass crack of dawn. I wake up at like 6:30 in the morning, just because I'm used to these little fuckers. And I went out through my day, and then all of a sudden I started getting hungover, like around 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so I took a nap. Try to recover. I tried to just drink beers, and I was drinking these summer shandies, and they weren't doing it.
Those. They go down so smooth.
Well, they're great when you're sitting by the pool all day, and I'm trying to get drunk, but I was trying to get hammered so I can get rid of the hangover. So I stepped it up to a little vodka. It was my cousin's wedding. I was in it. He gave us these nice gift bags. Congratulations, Ryan and Erica, by the way. With vodka and Moscow Mule, all the accoutrements.
Oh boy.
And then I was pounding beers in the room and stuff like that, mixing them with Red Bull and all that stuff, and
And this is before the second wedding.
It was before the second wedding.
Jesus.
So I had a nice little buzz going on. All I had to do for the second wedding, just had to walk down the aisle. I just had to stand there, and then I had an escort one of the bridesmaids up, and then I had to be announced. That's all I had to do.
Very simple instructions.
Very simple. It's tough to fuck that up. Although my little cousin, who was in front of me, was not paying attention during the dress rehearsal. And then he shows up late for us to get dressed in a very saturated laugher. What are you doing, Tommy? Jesus, Tommy! Hey, stop it! Jesus, Tommy. He was all saturated, like he just jumped in the pool. And he was working up a lava, and then he took a shower, and then the photographer came in when he was half naked to take pictures, and it was all downhill from there. And then I was just like, all you gotta do is make sure you don't trip and fall and look like an asshole walking up there. We were at dress rehearsal. It's on a golf course, and a guy hit a ball right through the dress rehearsal. Do you know the noise a golf ball makes when it goes through the brush and trees? It goes.
Yeah. Yes.
All of a sudden, we're sitting here. We had. What the fuck was that? And then I'm looking up there. There was a Titleist up by where we were walking in, and I was like, shit. I'm like, I bet someone hit it and didn't realize they hit it where they hit it, or they were like, oh fuck. They didn't say 4. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for a guy to come in and play it through. Like, yeah, excuse me, I'm just playing it through.
Where did it land? Did it almost take anybody out?
No, it was in the back. It kind of was like, he was driving. He had to be driving, and he sliced it like,
Wow. Yeah.
Joey, who's in the live studio audience once, he was on the golf team with me back in the high school days.
Oh, wow.
And Joe lost all his balls going down one hole one day. It was a magical day.
Left the bag open.
He left his bag open, and all his balls would progressively drop, and fucking everyone up, because everyone was like, that's not my ball, that's not my... Joe goes to the second hole, he has no balls left.
That sucks.
But,
that was my last day of golf.
What time did you end up getting back? Sunday.
Sunday around noontime.
Yeah.
No, afternoon. We didn't leave till noontime.
Yeah.
But, don't mind the beeping. That's how we control our dogs with a beeping device. It seems to be working Swimming lane.
Does they're gonna get older? They're gonna have to dial that up a little bit at some point, maybe.
You have to give it the zap.
Yeah, the zap.
Now, at one point, at any given time during the show, I don't know, it might not be tonight, it may not be next week, it may not be for another year, but we will have one of us wearing a collar, and we will be doing zapping.
You see, I don't think that's fair. There's got to be both. Because then that means we both can't get out of line. Because then I could zap you if you zap me too.
No, that's fine. So this
You know what I mean?
this is
Like,
what
I'm
we
worried
do.
about somebody getting out of line.
So
Zap me.
I figured out how we're going to do it.
Okay.
We got 2 collars,
Yeah.
and this controller works both.
Yeah.
Okay? Now we'll roll it. Someone will have the controller, not us.
Me.
Okay? So Susie J will have the controller.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
But no. But the way it's going to work is the way it's going to work is we're going to roll a dice,
Yeah.
and it's either going to be an even or an odd. If it's even, she moves it to the even number, and you get zapped. If it's odd, you get zapped.
See, I think we should just base this off actual trivia and right or wrong.
We could do that as
It'd
well.
be easier because dice is like subjective, and the other person could be like, "All right, well," and you know, I think trivia is actual ironclad. You know, there's no way to get around that.
And are we going to prepare the questions for each other? Or is that kind of unfair? Do we need like a third party? Maybe?
To be determined. To be
Because
determined.
I think that I will purposely go for questions that you wouldn't know, and you would do the same for me.
Exactly. That's cool.
But no, we'd both be getting zapped. We'd be electrocuted. It'd be like one of us
That's
would have
true.
cardiac arrest before.
That's very true.
And then we're paying for an ambulance ride that we don't want to pay for.
That's true.
As of some people we've heard today, says you don't have to pay for your ambulance ride if you don't want to.
I think my insurance is up to
And
date.
unbeknownst to myself, it does affect your credit score. Even though, or does it affect your credit score or not show? What would you say earlier?
I would say it does affect your credit score, but it's overlooked if they see that that's on there for that reason.
I want to overlook the man having a monster.
Monster Energy drink?
No, just a monster. That's for another story.
Well, so it sounds like you had an action-packed weekend, though. A very busy weekend.
It was a lot of. I went to work at. I worked Thursday night till 2:00 in the morning, and I woke up at 5:30. Got to work, and then left at 11:30 and started my drinking at around noon. So
It's got to go.
you know, and I didn't stop drinking until I guess I'm still drinking here.
There you go.
Drinking the wine from last week. We got a nice Pacific Peak. Not quite sure where we got this from. Wine just appears in our apartment sometimes.
That's not a bad thing.
Unbeknownst where we get it from.
I can't drink red. I wish I could.
For all you know, this could be the blood of a seagull. Yeah, I wouldn't know. So if you're in the Pacific Peak, the Cab Sauv company, I fancy your beverage.
Nice.
I fancy it like a showgirl in Vegas.
Nice.
You know?
Mine was my weekend was pretty busy.
Yeah, what'd you
Yeah,
do?
I
Oh
did
yeah,
it.
so you did that film festival
Yes,
this week, right?
the
Tell us-
Boston 48-hour film festival.
Tell us what happened.
So I was working with Box House Productions.
Dirty Box Productions?
Box House Productions.
Box House. Oh, okay.
That's right. And so it was a short. All films are between 4 and 7 minutes long. They're not long at all.
And you film these ahead of time, right?
No, you film them. You literally you get 48 hours to write,
Okay.
film, edit, submit.
Really?
Yeah, that's how it works. And then the organization judges them. And this Thursday is actually the Somerville Theater is showing all of them. I think there's over like 100 teams.
Oh, wow.
Right? And so I always get typecasted. No matter what role I always play like the douchebag friend. I'm always the douchebag guy who gives horrible advice, which is fun. It's a lot of fun.
So you play roles that are similar to your regular being?
No. All right? But like, it's actually. But honestly, the problem with this time was the guy was the director, writer Nate. He had me eating pizza in this scene, and I'm only in it for like maybe 30 seconds or whatever. I'm talking about bang. Like, yeah, dude, you got bang. I'm like, bang, yeah, bang. I thrust my hips in.
See, now you write. So let's get back to the beginning. 'Cause
Yeah.
You say you have 48 hours to write, film, and get it all edited, right?
I was just acting in it. That's all.
But in general though, but you have no idea what the premise is going to be. So they give you like a topic.
Yep.
So you have to divide your time up accordingly.
Yep.
So now, was there a script that you followed, or was it all
slightly?
ad-lib?
It's a little bit improv,
Improv,
but there
okay.
isn't a general basis. But when they get it, like there's also things that have to be added in. Like you have to have when on Friday when they hit you with it, it's like okay, you have to use this prop, this line has to be in it, and like I guess the prop this was a bracelet. They have to say this line, and a character with this name has to be in it.
I see. Okay.
So they give you things, so at least you have to kind of finagle things if you
So
try to think ahead.
So you can't just randomly come up with anything you want to. You have to kind of fall into the parameters.
Yeah, a little
And does everyone have to follow in the same parameters, or does everyone
Yeah.
have a different topic?
Yeah, everyone's following.
So you could say like blue skies at night, Rockefeller. and you have to try to come up with a 5-minute skit to fit something like that in.
It won't be the premise, but like you have to at least say that, or it could be that too.
Interesting.
You know. So
anyway. Now, how do you get involved in this, anyways? Like, who is this the person? Who is the?
Well, Nate, I've known Nate since the Honky Holocaust days. He was an extra with me.
Honky Holocaust. If you have any time left, please buy Honky Holocaust. It's available on Blu-ray, and I'm sure it's only a matter of time until it's on Netflix. It stars yours truly, Adam Mallet.
No, I'm an extra. I play like about 5 extras.
And you get killed, or you kill someone?
I do get killed. My intestines do spill out. I get shot.
His intestines spill out, and he gets shot.
But
watch Honky Holocaust.
In the scene for the short, the problem is I'm eating pizza in the scene, and we did a bunch of takes because different angles, different whatever. And I had to take like these big heaping bites and swallow and talk like an asshole. And
what were you eating?
It was pizza.
Oh, okay,
right?
Yes,
so I ate about like 10 slices of pizza, and just by taking giant bites.
How many takes?
Well, it was like I would say about 6 takes, but like I had to swallow it too because I'm right there. I couldn't just spit it out.
Yeah.
And the scene goes on, so I'm just like by the end of it, I was like dry. And these were like store-bought pizzas, and I cooked it.
Oh, so those $1 Celeste.
Yeah, but like I cut them in corners to make it look like it was delivery.
Oh, okay.
Right, so it's like I'm eating it, and it's just like I was like dry heaving in between scenes because I was just scarfing down pizza. I don't want to even look at a pizza.
I guess you can eat so much pizza. It's almost so much you can do. So can you talk about what your film was?
I don't know the name of it. I know it's going to be screening on Thursday in Somerville, but it's like
was it Somerville Theater?
Yeah, they're showing all of them there, all the teams.
Okay.
And so basically. It's just about some guy who meets some girl in a park, and he likes her, but he's a dumbass.
Oh, is it a rom-com?
I guess so, kind of. I didn't stick around for the whole thing. I just filmed my scenes. That's all I saw.
Did you watch the movie?
No.
So you just filmed your scene. You didn't stick around for the whole presentation.
I stuck around for a little bit to hang out and stuff, but I know the basic premise of it, but I haven't seen the whole shebang.
Oh.
But I did a film with him, John Boy. I did a 30-minute movie with him called John Boy.
Okay.
Which is actually you can find it on YouTube.
Well, back in my
it's in my IMDb. I have an IMDb. It's in there.
Yes, you can see Honky Holocaust. If you look at it, you see.
I'd rather you watch John Boy, even though that's not good either. But
John Boy. So what's? I don't think I
play an asshole when I used to pay child support.
Yes, we talked about this 2 weeks ago, and I mentioned someone we know. I think my quote was, I didn't know you were performing as the character of one of our former co-hosts.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
Although I do know somebody who also just recently. We can talk about that later. I see you got some stuff pulled up here on the screen.
I'm just perusing through some stuff. Yeah.
A friend of mine, but not that friend, because I knew you'd be like, "Is this somebody we know?"
Is it a mutual friend?
No, it's not. It's somebody you know.
Okay.
But like, I knew the minute I'd go into the store, you'd be like, "Wait, is this somebody we know?" Because it sounds like it would be.
Yeah.
So somebody I know sent a dick pic to some girl.
Oh.
Right. And now she's going to talk to him, and I'm like, "Why the hell would you do that?" And like, first of all, if you're going to,
was it a dick pic? Was it asked for, or was it
not asked for,
solicited?
It was unsolicited, and that's why he's like, "I'm done drinking." I'm not
it was a drunk situation.
Yeah, it was a drunk situation.
Let's ask the audience here. Susie J. Yeah. Random guy sends you a dick pic. How do you?
No, you don't react. It's horrible.
What do you do?
Exactly.
No, but like, say you're like talking to a guy you just met on Craigslist or something like that. I don't know. Maybe like on ChristianMingles.com.
Okay.
And you guys are having you guys are like communicating back and forth and having a conversation.
Yeah.
And then like out of randomness, he's getting all worked up and he's putting on a nice lava, and he just sends you a pee-pee pic. How do you feel about this?
Not good.
No.
No.
You stop talking to him.
Yeah.
So girls essentially don't want a pee-pee pic unless it's asked for.
They never do.
Right.
No, they just don't at all.
And do girls really want a pee-pee pic?
No, they do not.
No,
they don't. And the thing is too, if you're gonna I'm like, please tell me your face isn't in the photo. Please tell me your face is not in the photo. And he's looking at me like, you're an idiot. I'm like,
was his face in the photo?
His face is in the photo. I'm like, you're an idiot. Why would you do that? No.
Gentlemen, if you're out there and you feel the need and you have a sexual drive and you can't control yourself and you feel the need to send a pee-pee pic to a lady or a man, depending on what you like, keep your face out. And actually keep anything that can identify you out. Like Brett Favre.
Oh, yes.
Got in trouble with his rich wallet and his Crocs.
No.
You want to be in
a white wall.
Yeah, you want to be in a generic room, like in a bathroom stall, and do you want underwear that no one knows you have?
Yes.
Like a generic whitey or tighty. No scars shown, because this is stuff that's going to get you in trouble.
Maintain some deniability.
Because someday you're going to run for president. I can only imagine when I run for president, the amount of pee-pee pics are going to show up. There's going to be a worldwide.
Have you ever sent one? I mean,
Arty'sPeepyPic.com will be the next website. We'll be breaking Google.
I mean, let's not be coy here. I mean, come on. We've all. I mean, have you? I've sent one before. I've sent one.
There may or may not be someone in this room right now that may have one or on their phone. And maybe Joey, for all he knows. I did have a pee-pee pic of a friend of mine who is now dead on my phone because he felt the need to be. He thought it was funny one night, and he was sending me a bunch of pictures of some broad he was banging, and one of the pics was his pee-pee.
Okay.
So, I didn't find it as humorous as he did.
Apparently, yeah, that's a little twisted.
But, you know, I do have the peeper. Is she being a little misbehaving?
No, he is.
Oh, sorry. I throw like a woman. No offense to the woman out there, because there's probably most of you throw better than me.
I do.
Well, you were a pitcher. Susie J was a pitcher in a Division I college.
I've heard.
Full scholarship.
No.
She was in a Little League World Series. Speaking of drunks and people sending pictures and can't keep it in the pants, how do you feel about Mr. Woods of the Tiger variety and his shenanigans that went down a couple weeks ago?
God, it was hilarious.
So what do you think? What do you think of the situation? I'm curious what your opinion is of the whole deal.
I think he wasn't drunk. He was all fucked up. He was all hopped up on goofballs.
Yep.
And that's
do you think it was intentional taking of the drugs, or you think he just honestly did not know how he was going to react to it? Or do you think that was a doctor's mistake?
No, I think it was him. I think people like that, they know what they're doing. He's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Even Jack Nicholson commented, he's like, he needs help.
Well, it sounds like the golfer community thinks he has a problem with the painkillers, perhaps. And it was just very bizarre that it was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
How bizarre.
Like, where were you coming from that you weren't drunk?
Yeah, he said he was going to he's coming from LA or something like that.
He thought they just flew in. He thought he was still in LA. So that makes me think that maybe he uses them to kind of soften the pain. I mean, he did have a supermodel wife. He did cheat on her.
He was never right again after she left.
She beat the shit out of him with a golf club, and then he crashed his car into the tree, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then he was dating that hot skier, Lindsey Vonn, and he fucked that up.
That's true.
I mean...
Yeah, he totally slid down after that.
Well, what happens when your father holds you underwater for your entire life, and all of a sudden you get a little bit of fame and realize you can bang pretty much anyone you want?
That's true.
Like, you literally, if you're Tiger Woods, you're a 28-year-old Tiger Woods, right?
How old is he now?
He's probably, 42 maybe? 45? Yeah, he's got to be in his 40s.
Golfer age.
Very young. I mean, you could go. I mean, literally, you can golf into your 80s, and it's been proven. I mean, who's the iced tea and lemonade guy? Arnold Palmer was golfing until he was like 80.
Oh, Jesus.
But if I'm a 28-year-old, half Asian, half African American, I have a tan all year round. I'm probably hung like a brontosaurus. Yeah. I have millions of dollars. I have my own Nike line. Right? You could pretty much...
Does he still have Nike?
Oh, yeah. Nike won't drop them. They love them.
But he hasn't been good in, how many years?
But when you think of golf, who do you think?
That's true.
Who do we think? We think Tiger Woods.
Yeah, because I can think of everybody else.
Kids who are probably maybe 15 years younger than us think, Day.
I don't know. I don't follow golf.
Or, what's his other? Jordan Spieth. Joey, you're a good golfer. Jordan Spieth is
Who's popular in golf these days?
Wait, you said I'm a good golfer?
Oh, no, you're not good at golf.
Can you tell the story?
I should say no. Joey's not good at golf. In fact, me and him probably at the same level of golf, which is, me and him can golf together and everything will be fine. Yeah. But if we golf with anyone who's having an idea of golf, I'm so bad at golf, I won't even golf with my mother because I think my mother's better than
your mom?
Oh, absolutely. I once shot 130 on an 18-hole golf course that was a par 62.
I've never golfed a day.
I doubled the par on that golf course.
That's pretty bad.
That means I got a double bogey or a triple bogey on every hole.
This is why I've never golfed.
Now, in mini golf,
I'll kick your ass.
I'm like fucking Tiger Woods 1999. And I have proof of a card that I have in my nightstand that I hold close to my heart. I had the game of my life. It was March 21st, 2017. The first lady over here, Susie J, thought she was going to beat me in golf.
It's not that long ago.
No, this is like 3 months ago. She was so fucking cocky, right? She shows up to the golf course thinking she was going to master this thing. So it's neck to neck all the way through, right? So we were doing good. And then she gets ahead of me about 3 or 4 strokes, right? And then I go 3 hole runs in 5 holes. Boom, boom. All of a sudden, I'm up here now. And then she gets in a confrontation with these Floridian people. Next thing you know, we're almost in a brawl because these people from Minnesota threw someone from Florida's glasses into the river, and all hell is going to break loose. And so she lost her mind. She lost the game. They got into her head, and I took over.
They were sitting in the parking lot waiting on us.
Waiting on you. Let's be frank. I didn't say a word.
You were guilty by association because you were with me.
I was in a competitive golf game, and I was every man for themselves until we finished the 18th hole.
Well, to your credit, I think I would know better because you are an architect.
Yes.
So therefore, you know
Angles.
that.
It's all angles, brother.
It is all angles.
I visualize. It's like pool.
Yeah.
Now, Joey over here, what was his name? Ronald Button?
That we're sitting on
What was your name? Ronald what?
You say button bottom?
Yeah. What was it? Ronald what? Ronald Doubleback? Ronald Doubleback over here has been playing... Are I interrupting you?
No, I get this weird ghost number on my phone. It doesn't even fall in line with traditional area codes or anything like that.
Probably someone from another
It's just
country.
too many digits.
No, Ronald Doubleback over here has been playing pool every day. He's going to become a pool shark.
greens.
Oh yeah,
Which is
see how
very,
that goes.
which is very similar to pool. I mean, to mini golf, right?
I love pool, but I'm not good at it. I love playing it though.
I love playing it. We have a golf. We have a pool in this up.
I remember
Anytime
Maddie
when I
was telling me
come.
that. I'm like, I never knew that.
Yeah, we have a basketball court and a pool. Joey goes all the time. I just don't have the time to go. But if you ever come over and want to play some pool,
Yeah.
you can have a little. There's a bar over there.
You kidding me?
At the what the? Not a. We have to bring our own alcohol.
That's fine.
But there's a whole bar setup with stools and whatnot.
You're blowing my mind now.
So the Packy headquarters is quite equipped. Blah, blah. Choking on my own tongue here. So Tiger Woods is in the news. I went to a wedding. You filmed some movies. It's anything else happened this week? How do you feel about the? I don't know if you were reading on the news or listening to the radio this morning. Actually, you were. The same show I was about Charles Barkley at the NHL game talking shit about how bad the NBA playoffs is.
That was awesome. He's praising the NHL.
Yeah, I mean, do you agree?
He wants to get fired. Well, I do agree. I think the NHL has been more interesting than the NBA.
And how do you feel about if Charles Barkley started doing play-by-play for the NHL?
No. Yeah, I think the way he went about it was bad. I agree with what he said.
I agree. So I think
he say something like they can't fire me. I just signed a long contract. They have to pay me. He said something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, because they have to pay me anyways. But I don't think he was doing it out of malice, like he wants to get fired. I think he was just doing it because he really has a point. This is embarrassing for the sport.
It is, but he is a legitimate asshole. He could have phrased it a lot better.
He is an asshole, but everyone knows that. I mean, he's a ball buster too because he's the type of person that, like. He knows. He played in the sports. I mean, he was in competitive playoffs for his entire career, right?
That's true.
And he played on several teams that, I mean, he did a kind of the LeBron thing towards the end of his career where he bounced off to, Phoenix to try to get a,
That's true.
ring over there after all those years. We was in Philly all those years, right?
It was.
And, but I think that Durant, and even LeBron even admits, and he even said after a press conference that he was pretty much knocking Golden State knocking Durant for going to Golden State when he basically did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Except the team they just built in Golden State was 10 times better than the team he built in Miami. I mean, the team he built in Miami was pretty much a washed-up Dwayne Wade, Bosh, who was very injury-prone, and then LeBron James.
Yeah, pretty much.
So pretty much the team was LeBron James with a couple of supporting staff, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Which was very similar to the Celtics, where you had Kevin Garnett,
Yes.
and you had an Allen who was similar to a Dwayne Wade, who was a veteran who could shoot the perimeter, could still, and then you had the Pierce, which would be the boss, who he wasn't always consistent, but he was pretty clutch when he needed him to be.
Yeah.
And now this is a super team. This is young guys all on the team. Like those teams are old teams. Like
They
Bosh and Wade are old with LeBron being a young guy. The Pierce, Garnett, and Allen trio that's old.
Yeah.
That's like veterans, right? This what are they? How old are they? What is Durant? 29, 30,
No,
maybe.
I don't think he's 30 yet. No.
I know that Curry is 28, maybe.
Yeah, he's younger. Yeah.
And and then you have the rest of the team that's just like, Green. He's nasty.
I really don't care. People are like, oh my god, like you get all these people on your team to create a super team. So what? Like that's just the way it is now.
Well,
unfortunately.
Well, I don't think it's a problem at all. I think that if that's the case, then you get rid of some of these teams.
Okay.
So I think if you want to have super teams, that's fine. Let's reduce that teams. Let's go back to the old days where the Yankees got all these numbers, and the Montreal Canadiens got all these stats, and the Celtics got all these championships. You go down from 30 teams, you cut it in half to 16 teams, right?
Okay.
Get rid of these shitty markets. You get rid of these cities that have 2 teams in a market. That's ridiculous.
And get rid of LeBron James.
Giants, LeBron Giants.
Susie J says you get rid of LeBron James, you send him to the NHL to play hockey, which he probably would be a decent hockey player.
I would love to see it.
He'd be a muscle, man.
Kevin Durant's 28.
Kevin Durant's 28. Okay, so you get rid of. So if you want to have a super team, right? Let's get rid of all these shitty players. Let's get all these subpar bench players, right? And let's just get down to the bread and butter of it. Let's just get the absolute best. Let's do the Olympics of this sport, right?
For it.
So who are we cutting? Who are we getting rid of teams here?
Set.
Oh God.
I'm saying Milwaukee Bucks. Sorry,
We're
you're
getting
out.
rid of the Jets, the New Jersey Nets.
Nets.
Nets are gone.
Well, it's the Brooklyn Nets for the last 5 years.
That's right. Sorry.
So, okay.
We're getting rid of Brooklyn.
I say, all right. I say Clippers.
let's,
Bye bye Clippers. You're out.
Yeah. Well, it's LA. It's a big market. So
Yeah, but you got Lakers though.
Ooh. Just a quick.
New Orleans.
All right, so I heard 2 more from the audience here. We said the Grizzlies. Bye. See you later, Minnesota. And I said, oh no, that's actually Memphis, right?
Yeah.
But
see, because some of these have a legacy though, and some of them are.
get rid of New Orleans. Get rid of the Wild. No, who's the
With the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves? Yes.
Yeah.
Wilds of hockey.
Um.
See you later, Trailblazers.
No, keep them.
You want to keep the Trailblazers?
Yeah.
We got a veto. We got a veto for the Trailblazers. Charlotte
some of these
Hornets.
have like a.
Bye bye, Charlotte
legacy,
Hornets.
though. I'm having trouble.
The Hornets have a legacy.
I mean, you can't get rid of the Rockets. I mean.
No,
No,
we can get rid of the Mavericks.
Okay, we can do that. What about the Trailblazers?
No, you get-
Cuban doesn't see this.
Huh?
Hopefully Mark Cuban doesn't.
Mark Cuban.
I just don't like the
That's what it is.
Trailblazers logo. What the hell is that anyway?
I don't know. And the Rip City doesn't even mean anything. Some coach in the 70s just yelled, "Go Rip City," and they got the slang. I think Orlando, you should go.
For the longest time, I didn't think the Atlanta Hawks logo was a hawk. I thought it looked like Pac-Man eating
It
something.
does look like Pac-Man. Oh yeah, because everyone looks at it from the left.
Yes.
No one looks at it from the right.
No, so is Pac-Man.
Did you notice? Anyone notice that? The Atlanta Hawks jersey,
The
logo
it
is
looks
actually
like Pac-Man eating a pellet.
yeah, it's actually a hawk, not Pac-Man.
That's I always saw it.
I
It's like
honestly-
one of those drawings.
I honestly thought the exact same thing as you.
I never saw it as a hawk.
So
Never.
let's keep track here. I'm curious what teams are going to lose here because this is actually a good exercise.
What about the Grizzlies?
Grizzlies out.
All right, out. Yep.
They say Grizzlies out.
What about the Hornets?
Hornets out.
Hornets. All right. We gotta cut this down.
It might be easier to pick the teams that we should keep to stay here.
Yes, it's okay. Obviously, Lakers stay.
So I say Lakers, Celtics, guaranteed.
Yeah.
They're the bread and butter of it. I agree with the Rockets because the Rockets.
Cleveland has to stay.
No. Why does Cleveland have to stay?
Because of what they got going. They got LeBron, man.
Cleveland's
LeBron's
had
a
four.
defining player.
Cleveland's had 4 good seasons in the history of their
I know,
franchise.
I agree, but given who they have right now, they're kind of closed in.
No, they're not because LeBron can go somewhere
I
else.
think OKC can go by.
Oh God, yes.
Yes, okay.
No, yeah, you don't have to think about who's on the team because these
All
players
right, okay, all right,
these
all right.
players are going to go out somewhere else.
Bulls stay.
Bulls stay, yes.
Knicks stay.
Knicks stay.
What about the Raptors?
Raptors gone.
The Raptors gone, but they're an expansion team. They just started. Like
Gone.
What were they, like 90?
So are the Grizzlies.
Okay, all right. Well,
76ers stay.
Heat stay.
Heat stay.
Heat stay.
You gotta give Florida one team.
Rockets stay.
Yep.
Clippers, you want gone.
Clippers gone.
New Orleans gone.
Yep.
Nets gone.
Yep.
Wizards
Gone.
gone.
Now, if they were the Bullets, now if they moved to Baltimore or they change the name back to the Bullets, I will give them a pass.
That
If
promotes
you
violence.
if-
Arty.
have you been to Washington or Baltimore? It's full of violence, anyways.
It is.
Actually, they should change the Pelicans' name to the
Yes,
New Orleans
they should.
Bullets. What do you say? 300 people were shot since
year.
this year already.
Horrible.
So
13 on Saturday.
I think, and I think that if they change the name to Bullets, I will give you a free pass.
Milwaukee Bucks
No, gone.
gone.
The Milwaukee Bucks have been the number 8 seed for the history of the game.
Philadelphia 76ers.
I keep them.
Yeah, I'm on the fence with them. I have a legacy and everything. but
Well,
they're not.
They don't have much of a legacy. Now this is where it's if the Warriors move back to Philadelphia,
What's
Okay.
the name you?
we keep the Warriors,
Okay.
and then we lose the 76ers.
The problem I have with Golden State is it doesn't say what state they're in, so I get
No.
confused.
Well, so
They're
because
California, right?
me and
What's
Joey
Golden
researched
State?
this. They were originally the Rochester, New York Warriors, and they eventually moved to Philadelphia. They were the Philadelphia Warriors, and then they moved to
Really?
San Francisco,
Okay.
and now they're in Oakland. Now I say the Warriors have a pass of only in this, and this and only. If the Warriors move back to Philadelphia, where they came from, we keep them,
Okay.
but we get rid of the 76ers because the 76ers have done shit.
Fuck it, yeah. Let's do it.
So bye-bye 76ers. Warriors, you're going back to Philly. You can take Durant with you if you want. That's cool. I don't care if you want to take whoever you want.
All right, Portland Trailblazers. There's nothing in Oregon, so we got to give them
Nothing.
It's Oregon, right?
No. They have a hockey team. They have a football team. I mean, European football. Soccer team, I should say.
They need something. Someone's going to give Portland, Oregon something.
All right, let's keep the Blazers because there's nothing in the Northeast.
Let's just fight for them.
Let's fight for them. All right, you got to pass.
Pacers.
No! That's an ABA team, first of all. That's never won anything in the NBA. So go. Bye-bye, Pacers. You suck. I don't care if you have Larry Bird. Actually, no, he got fired or he stepped down. So no. Bye-bye, Pacers. Go to hell.
Utah Jazz.
No!
I say just based on the name.
No.
Change your name out of Jazz.
Utah Jazz, you got to pass if you move back to New Orleans.
Oh, boy.
Now, if the Jazz goes back to New Orleans and becomes the New Orleans Jazz, I'll give them a pass.
Okay.
Because that makes sense. Mormons don't dance. They don't sing. They don't drink. They don't have fun. They don't see naked girls. They
marry a lot of women, though.
Yeah, but I mean, did you see what they married? They're not tens.
They're not.
You're not married. I'd rather marry.
Not all of the sister wives.
Yeah. I'd rather marry 1 10 than 10 ones.
One woman's hard enough. Why would you want to marry one?
Exactly. Let's take wild and stuff like fuck. Go to hell, Jazz.
I say keep the Dallas Mavericks because it's Dallas. It's a big market, and I have a thing about the name Maverick. So,
Ooh, see, I say
I'm saying keep Dallas Mavericks, even though they're not much of a legacy. I don't care.
Well, see, that's the thing. So I say we keep. If I have to pick 2 teams in Texas, because it's big enough to hold 2 teams.
Yeah.
San Antonio.
I say we keep San Antonio, even though it's an ABA team. They've established themselves in the last 20 years.
Your logo's a fucking spur. At least the Mavericks is a fucking stallion, motherfucker.
It's a little.
It's a stud. That's why. That's why I'm saying keep the Mavericks.
Okay.
And the Spurs.
I say you make a point there. Okay, it makes a point.
Appreciate that.
Okay,
Appreciate that.
So we'll bye bye Spurs. Sorry, we'll keep the Mavericks and the Rockets. And what do we have left for teams? I mean,
Okay, we got the Hawks, Pac-Man logo.
No, Hawks go. Because Atlanta's the worst sports team in the world.
Sacramento Kings.
No, no way. Unless I'll give them a pass if they move back to Kansas City.
Okay, all right. Detroit.
No, even better. No, sorry, Kansas City, you suck. No, I'll give the Kings a pass if they move back to Cincinnati,
That
where they
sounds
originally
like a
came
hockey
from.
team name, though. When I think of Sacramento Kings, even the logo, I think hockey. Even though there's a basketball.
I think they stole it from the hockey team.
They probably did.
They were originally the Cincinnati Royals. Let's go back. Let's go old school. Let's go back Cincinnati Royals.
Okay.
And you got a team. The state of Missouri doesn't even have a basketball team because no one's playing basketball, which I'm surprised because there's a lot of inner cities there. And I'm surprised there's not a lot of love for basketball there.
Yeah,
But I mean, what are you gonna do?
it's true. Okay, Detroit Pistons.
Yes,
yes,
keep.
yes.
You gotta keep.
Okay, fuck goodbye, Denver Nuggets.
No,
Goodbye.
ABA.
Bye-bye.
As far as I'm
Goodbye,
concerned,
Denver.
if you're an ABA team that hasn't won anything, then you might as well just kill yourselves. Unless you're the not the Tropic Thunders, the Flint Tropics. If there was such a team that really existed, I would keep the Flint Tropics just for Will Ferrell's sake.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
No,
Yes,
no, come on.
Phoenix Suns. Yeah, I'd keep them.
Yes, just because they did establish themselves in the 80s.
Memphis Grizzlies.
No,
No. Orlando Magic.
no.
Orlando. Yeah, Florida team. So you're keeping the Heat.
The Heat's the only Florida team. That state's only big enough. The state of Florida, in my eyes, is only big enough to hold one professional sports team for all 4 sports.
I feel like Shaq put Orlando Magic on the map, and since then.
He never closed the deal, though.
Yeah, I never did.
But
You should make the Memphis Grizzlies the Nashville Cowboys.
Susie J says we should make the Memphis Grizzlies the Nashville Cowboys. How do you feel about this? Basketball in Nashville.
Fuck it. Why not?
Hey, we're moving teams around. Let's see. We need to cut this down to 15. We're gonna go 16 teams. 16
Let's do it.
teams. So now so congratulations, Memphis Grizzlies. You are now the Nashville Cowboys.
At least the Mavericks.
And I guarantee though, just how sick those Nashville fans are. The Nashville Cowboys will be one of the most popular teams in the NBA. Because look at how they're doing for the Predators.
Okay.
I mean, they're really taking
They are.
and the Titans don't have a bad turnout there. You know, we'll get to the other sports in a minute.
But how
We're
do
just
you,
doing basketball right now.
But yeah, let's do that. But question: how do you feel about sports teams in general being in Vegas?
I love it. I love the idea. I think it's a great idea for any sports team to go to Vegas. I think it's. I think what you're going to happen is I think it's a situation where you're going to have a lot of transit people.
Yeah.
So half your crowd on any given Sunday or any given day is going to be out of towners.
Yeah, exactly. That's not good.
I think, but it's not good for the. It is good for the.
For
brand.
me, I like it. That's why you and me probably like it. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, as a business decision, I think it's horrible.
Yeah.
But you're bringing in a lot of tourists, so you actually your souvenir prices are going to go up because you have people buying souvenirs from that stadium.
See, I think it's going to go down because you're not going to be dedicated fans. Because you have people coming in and coming out. They're not dedicated. They're from other places. So it's like you're a New England fan, you're a Patriots fan. You're going there to visit. Yeah, you want to check out a game, but you're not going to buy a jersey because you're going to buy a freaking Tom Brady
I
jersey.
disagree because after living in D.C. for 9 months, majority of people live in D.C. are from not around there.
Yeah.
So, but they're Wizards, they're Capitals, they're Skins fans, Nationals fans. These are people who really. I mean, I've gone to all but the Redskins games down there, and they bring a crowd.
Yeah, but those people are there for they're not from there, but they're not coming in and out. Vegas, you're
True.
in for a long weekend, you're out.
But Vegas has over 1 million people in Carson County. The population of Vegas. I mean, they're a top 20 major city in the country.
I'm so.
I think it's a great
stoked
experiment
about seeing what it's going to be like.
I think it's a great experiment because I think that it is a big enough city. It has grown substantially in the last, 20 years.
You're
right?
still in the middle of the fucking desert, though.
You're in the middle of the desert, but have you been to You've been to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So you walk down that strip any given day. There's 1 billion people there, right?
There is.
Now you just put a stadium there, right? Now what's the number one thing you run into people in Vegas looking to do when they're there? They're looking to go to shows, right? Looking for entertainment. They want constant entertainment. They want their balls blown off of entertainment, right? They want entertainment from the minute they wake up to the minute they don't even want to go to sleep. They just want entertainment all night long. And if you go to ooh, look at that. And if you go to these casinos and stuff like that, you walk in and there's concerts, there's shows at midnight, there's shows at 2 in the morning. There's always something to do no matter what time of night. So if you throw in So I went to a baseball game out there. Now it's a minor league baseball game, and it was 1,000 degrees out, and the crowd was very minimal. And it's a shitty stadium, and it's not anywhere close to the Strip. It is so far away from the Strip, it isn't funny, right?
Yeah.
So the crowd, I would say, it was terrible from what I've seen from minor league games, and it was a weekend, right? Now, but if you move that stadium to the Strip, if you have nothing to do, say your wife goes to Cirque du Soleil, right?
Oh, I agree.
And you're looking for something to do that night. Now you can gamble on games, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you go to let's go to the Las Vegas Raiders game on a Sunday, right? Because it's a 1 o'clock game. We have the whole night ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
Let's go throw some money on it. So make it a little interesting. So we're going to do some prop bets. We're going to go to the game. We're going to watch. We're going to be there. Say the Patriots are in town. Now it's even better because now you get to see the Patriots play, right? So now that city gets filled up for the weekend because what happens is you're going to go Friday through probably Monday, right?
Yeah.
So for the football season, you're going to have it full. Every single set's 17 weeks, 16 weeks a year, right? And that's their slow season in Vegas. Because what happens is, once the football season's over and you get the Super Bowl, starts March Madness. People start coming out there to gamble for March. And then NHL and NBA and the Kentucky Derby and stuff starts happening. So now you get people coming in their fall. So their slow season is when they want to have the football.
Okay. I'm following. Okay.
And now, as an investment to build a big, giant arena, the way I look at it is they're using a small arena to do boxing and stuff like that, right? And concerts, right?
Yeah.
What's he having?
I don't know what he has. He's
It's not going to kill him.
No, I don't think it's going to kill him. But
There's some gum. He's chewing some gum. So the arena idea is a good idea because you're going to fill it up no matter what. Now, if you don't fill it up for a sports team, it's not going to go to waste. You're going to have concerts there. You're going to have the sports thing is just going to be a secondary thing in the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
the thing with Vegas is too. I see a lot of sold tickets, but with empty seats because they'll use them as comps. Like, okay, go here, and you get 3 free tickets to go see whatever football team is there, but they don't show up. But as hotels buying them and they don't get used. So it's like, yes, they'll be sold, but the stands might be a little.
So how's that bad in the business? Because as a business standpoint, you're selling the tickets. You're still making the money.
And at first it'll be fine, but over a while it's not going to be. I just don't see it like in terms of a profit in terms of jersey sales and all that stuff. I just don't. I am curious though. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't see it.
Well,
but has Washington worked by the way for the Nationals? I don't even know because
that stadium is full pretty much every night.
That's good.
When I was living on there, I probably went to 5 games in general, and overall, I probably been to 7 games there.
Yeah.
and it has a turnout that is above average to most baseball stadiums. It's not Fenway, but it's not.
Yeah. That's good. I was curious about
It's
that.
not Fenway, but it's not Oakland.
Yeah.
It's in the middle. So for a baseball standpoint, it does good business. The Wizards and Capitals games do very good business. And the Redskins have been there since the beginning of football in the 1920s, and they've always been consistent. So what I think, though, and what's going to happen in Vegas is I think especially the Raiders, because the Raiders essentially are a transit team. I know a lot of people who live in LA who are Raiders fans because, of course, the Raiders were once there. You know what I mean? And they were Rams fans as well because it was the wishy-washy, right?
Yeah.
People who live in the Bay Area, I feel, are more likely to be 49ers fans than Oakland fans.
Okay.
From at least in the
That makes
standpoint of thinking about how popular the team is, because the Raiders haven't done anything since the 70s. So
I suck. I hate their fans.
they're terrible fans, but they have a strong LA
They do.
fan base. And now LA is 2.5, 3 hours away from Vegas. So that's no different than a guy from Portland, Maine driving to Foxborough Stadium to go see a game
You're right.
on any given Sunday.
Yeah.
So you'll draw your old school LA fans as Raiders fans. Now, as for a hockey team, as for a brand new team starting up, I don't know. I think that'll be a test because I see a transit team being a possibility successful as a brand new team. But I thought the same thing about the Nashville Predators because that was an expansion team that brought up, and the Columbus Blue Jackets,
Yeah.
which are two, secondary or third market teams, right? But the Columbus Blue Jackets have a huge fan base, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
The Nashville Predators, they filled up. No, don't eat, Joey. Come on, Tommy. No. The Nashville Predators filled up the stadium when they were away to watch the game. So, if you're watching the video, little Tommy Brady is making a.
Are there any minor league teams in Vegas?
Yeah, it's the AAA affiliate of the Mets.
Okay.
I went to the Las Vegas 51s.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you about. The stadium was half empty. There was no one in there.
Yeah.
But it was hot. It's Vegas. It's desert. Baseball isn't a sport that you're going to have people at every night.
But I wonder how the players will react to that. I mean, if you're young, let's say you get put on a team and you're a young stud just out of college and you get put on a Vegas team,
Yeah.
you might be more likely to go out and do something stupid because you're
Probably.
in Vegas. You know?
Well, I mean, are you any more to do something stupid in Vegas than you are in LA or
Yes.
really? Or Miami?
Okay, maybe not my. All right.
Or New York
you can
City?
You can make a. But the thing is, I think with Vegas, everything is. No, yeah, I agree. Because the thing is, in Vegas, everything is centered pretty much around. I mean, you get one
Just
strip,
gambling.
and it's gambling. And
I've
it's
never done
prostitution.
anything in Vegas
And-
that I haven't done in any other major city in the country. That includes drinking outside illegally, because I've done that multiple times.
Yeah.
Any city I am, if you see me, I will have a Dunkin' Donuts cup in my hand that's probably full of booze.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nothing says
Oh boy.
alcoholic on the
Next
go,
time every time
like
I
Arty
see
84. But the only thing you can't do in these other cities is gamble, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't like gambling in the first place. I think Vegas just has this kind of ooh, I'm in Vegas.
Yeah.
I've been there 10 times, and I think after the 5th time, it's just wow. Now it's just it's cool because I can drink outside. No one's gonna bust my balls, but I literally been walking the streets of Boston my entire life, drinking outside.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People watching's fun, but after a while, it's yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's. it's an experiment. I think it's going to be one of those things where we'll have to see. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Doesn't work out.
But the idea of building a joint stadium for UNLV and the Raiders makes sense because now you're not losing money on that. Building a brand new arena that is going to hold UNLV and hold concerts, boxing matches. It's literally the new arena is on the Strip. It's literally a block away from the Bellagio.
Oh.
It's between the Bellagio and the MGM. It's right there.
Okay.
So it is literally there for people to use and to walk by, and you can't miss it.
Damn.
So, and the football stadium is going to be down the end of the Strip, close towards the college, right near the airport. So everything's going to be within transit distance.
Yeah.
So,
Damn. A lot of sports today. We hit that. We got rid of some teams. Look at that.
Yes.
We did. We got rid of some basketball teams.
Next week we're going to get rid of some. What do we want to do next week? We want to get rid of baseball teams?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's get rid of baseball teams.
Next week we're going to get rid of baseball teams. So
Goodbye.
MLB are on watch.
Yes.
I will composite a list of the summary of the show of the teams we're keeping from the NBA. So you know out there that you will be eliminated if Adam and I ever become in charge of the NBA, for that matter.
Next week's baseball. Bye-bye.
So, yep, next up, I hate to say it, but when we get to football, the Patriots may not survive. Because I'm basing this on historic. I'm basing this on I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I might say bye-bye Patriots.
Fuck it, you want to do it right now? Well, we can split the podcast and cut it.
We could do this, yes. So, in my eyes of football, say we're cutting football down to half, right? Because it's 32 teams, right?
Let's pull them all out. Let's do it.
Susie J, would you agree to getting rid of the Patriots?
Dude, they've been a dynasty. They're in the midst of the dynasty.
So,
you can't do it now.
do you think they get a pass because they have been a dynasty? They've established like the Dallas
2 or 3 years. They've had
No, but it's been a 15
I like
years
how you're
span.
coming out with this. I like this stuff.
But I'm thinking of perspective. I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking history of the team. I'm thinking roots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And
but
I
there are
really
teams that have been way worse than them that I think we'd cut.
Okay, so you think we're going to lose some before? I think Patriots are on watch. I don't think they're guaranteed
They're
safe.
in the middle. They're yes. I
Okay.
agree. They're teetering.
They're teetering.
They're teetering, but I can't. Okay, obviously Dallas to keep. The
Dallas.
Patriots. We talked about that. Oakland Raiders. They're moving, but they have a legacy.
I think the Raiders
team. As
team
much as I
at-
hate them.
Raiders is a team you keep whatever city they end up. That's negotiable, but we keep the Raiders as a team, even though it's an AFL team.
Yeah,
We keep the Raiders.
I'm saying bye Seattle Seahawks.
See you later. No, that's
Yeah, they've been shit until like the last 10
Seahawks. You've been so bad.
Seahawks are
You were
gone.
kicked out of the AFL and
Overall,
moved to the NFL.
yeah.
I mean the NFC rather. AFC to NFC because you suck so bad. So sorry. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm thinking keep the Giants, get rid of the Jets.
Yes. Yeah.
We
Jets.
we
Bye.
on board with that.
I agree.
Yeah, bye
Yep.
Jets.
Keep
Yeah.
the Giants because
Keep
Giants
the
are an
Giants.
original team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye Jets. And Steelers keep them. Oh, Steelers you have to keep.
You have to keep the Steelers.
You got to keep the Steelers. Packers keep.
Yep.
Yep, you have to. Broncos.
AFL team.
I
no.
understand the Elway era. The Elway came around the end. I get it, but I'm teetering. They're worse than the Patriots. I think they're
They're gonna go before the Patriots.
Yeah, they're
though,
going to go before the Patriots. We'll talk about. We might go back to them.
Right.
Vikings bye.
Yep. Do you though? See, this is my only argument on the Minnesota Vikings is because they were around since the beginning of the NFL, essentially, right?
Yeah.
In the early Super Bowl years,
Oh, yeah.
they were very competitive.
Yeah.
They were competitive during the championship days. Before the Super Bowl days.
Before Warren Moon.
This was
We're going before Warren Moon.
Minnesota has a history, but I think they're on a watch. They're not a guarantee keep. I keep them in the gray zone. They could be go.
49ers, got to keep them.
Keep the 49ers.
They've had some bad luck lately, but they have such a rich.
I think 49ers stay definitely if Oakland moves. I don't keep the Raiders if they stay in Oakland. I keep the Raiders if they either move to LA or somewhere else. Raiders as an Oakland team are gone.
All right, Eagles,
Stay. Eagles are another historic team. They're like the Steelers. They've been around forever.
Redskins. I'm sick of that shit. I'm done with the Redskins.
I keep the Redskins.
You keep the Redskins?
Yes,
I'm sick
they're
of
an
it.
original. They're an original 6 team.
It's not because of the name. I don't care about the racial.
I don't
crap.
care. Indians, get over it, okay? We gave you reservations. You own half of the southeast.
Okay.
Okay?
This
I mean,
next
Southwest,
team,
sorry.
I feel like every football that you need a loser, and I feel like the Detroit Lions. You got to keep them. Yeah,
I agree. Keep Detroit.
The Detroit Lions.
I say all 4 sports. You keep Detroit.
You keep Detroit.
I say you keep all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this team, I'm going to root to keep. And I think, because they're still new, but there's the Texans. I'm sorry. You need a Texas team. And I know you're going to say to get rid of them.
Oh,
But,
I would be more strong if they were the Oilers.
Okay.
But because the
This-
Titans are
okay.
now the Oilers, I say you
They're
get
still
rid
good
of.
enough to keep them, but they're...
See, I say get rid of the Titans. I say you get rid of Houston.
And move Tennessee.
Now I say now hold on. Here's the thing. We keep Houston if they become the Oilers again.
All right. I'm good
So
with
we
that.
move the
Or just
Tennessee.
a whole new name in general. Keep Houston, but a new name. I don't want
Anything.
Oiler. I don't want a Texan. Just get rid of the
Let's
Houston
move. Let's move the Titans back to Houston. The Oilers. Let's call them the dickheads. I don't care, but I think the Houston football era is. You think Houston has some enriched football. I think it's a very football city.
I'm sorry. Goodbye, Saints. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying no because you're no, but the Saints got nothing.
1970 expansion team.
Nothing.
See ya.
Bye. They've done nothing. They've been nothing. They've had a long time to prove themselves. They've had some good years, but they've never amounted to anything.
They've had a couple good years.
They've never amounted to anything.
They had Archie Manning and did nothing.
But they came back from the biggest disaster in
Goodbye,
the
Saints.
country.
Sorry, Saints. You're
So
black and gold.
well, the
Black
Red
and
Sox
gold.
had the
Sorry.
Boston Marathon bombs and won the World Series. People died. I guess people died in Katrina too. I guess. What am I saying?
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
there
A
were
lot of people died in Katrina. But I understand. But here's the thing. I say if you're a sports team, you show up with a paper bag on your head.
That was back in the day.
That was back like before Peyton.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Before Peyton was the coach. What's his name? Sean Payton.
Sean
Yes.
Payton.
Everyone wore a bag on your head.
I know.
They never made the playoffs until they had
Yeah.
Drew Brees.
They really were horrible.
And that was like 2008.
Yeah.
And they've been around since 69.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later, Saints.
Sorry, Suze. All right.
You guys have a basketball team. You guys getting the Jazz back.
We're
I'm giving you guys back the Jazz.
Ew.
Carolina Panthers.
No.
Yeah.
Ew.
Goodbye.
No.
Shit, the Bears. The Bears.
Bears you keep.
Yeah, keep the
Keep the
Bears.
Bears.
Arizona Cardinals. I'm bye-bye. I'm bye-bye.
Only if they move back to St. Louis.
Okay. I'm fine with that. This
You-
next one, I think
You're
we're all
gonna keep them?
going to agree on this next one. The Cleveland Browns.
Oh, God.
Bye.
See ya. Oh, my God.
Give them.
I don't know who I'm getting rid of first. The Cavaliers or the Browns, but City
Oh, the
Cleveland. You're
freaking
doing so
Browns.
well. See you
I
later.
almost want the Browns to stay around because it's such an embarrassment. Just hilarious.
The way I look at it, Cleveland is a one-sport team. You're the Indians, and that's all I see.
Did you read that article I wrote about the Cleveland Browns and just how horrible
Yes.
they really are?
Yes,
Horrible.
I love the picture that you have of the girl with the jersey of the 15 quarterbacks throughout the 15 seasons.
Those are 20, I think.
20, yeah. I mean, if your team can't keep a quarterback for more than one season, I'm sorry. You got to do something. You got to really look deep inside yourself and realize maybe I'm not doing something I'm supposed to do. Especially when you played in a division for all those years of such crap teams that, I mean, the Steelers had a downfall for a few years. I mean, Baltimore was poopy.
Oh.
Cincinnati just stunk up this joint for a lot.
They
I
did.
mean, you had an opportunity. You've had your first round pick so many friggin' times, and you just can't close it. You're like a guy with a big dick at a bar who can't close the deal.
You're a guy with a big dick in VD. And
Yeah.
the pills don't work.
It just doesn't go. You're like the Browns. If you get an erection, you're gonna have a heart attack. You're gonna have cardiac arrest. I can't find. I really would like to interview a Browns fan, like a hardcore. Like I grew up when the city's river was on fire. Browns fan. I really want to interview one and really get. I want to psychologically evaluate them
Me too.
and be like, and now like, what the fuck are you thinking?
What happened?
Like,
Yeah.
like, I guess we could have the same conversation with anyone who was a Patriots fans before 1985.
You gotta give them credit for holding out. Just for holding on, you know?
Some guys, I mean, I've seen pictures of. I've talked to guys who used to go to old Schaefer Stadium in the 70s, and I mean, good for you. I mean, that team just stunk.
All right, moving on. This one, Atlanta Falcons. They've had a lot of bad years. I know they've been
The
good.
city of Atlanta shouldn't even have any team. In fact, the Braves should go back to Boston or Milwaukee. You guys should just lose all your team privileges.
I like the Braves, man.
Ah,
I don't know.
as the
what's
Atlanta
happening.
Braves?
I do. I really do. I remember the Maddox,
Alright, they-
Glavine era. Even though they
Yeah.
only won one World Series, they had a lot of good years.
I mean, 13 years in a row they won
I
the
know.
division. All right, maybe you get a point there. Maybe
Alright.
baseball Braves stay. Okay.
All right, Baltimore Ravens. No. Jets, we already talked goodbye.
Bye.
Buffalo Bills.
Nope.
Nope. The Rams. Legacy, but nothing.
The Rams, if only if they go back to LA.
Okay.
Well, they are in LA now.
Yeah, they are. But they're back.
But they're an original NFL team from back in the day, before Super Bowl era. So
They are.
I think
What have they
Rams-
accomplished?
Nothing.
So,
All right, they're in a gray area. They're with the Redskins. They're like in that area. Okay.
Chargers.
No.
No. Yeah. Chiefs. But they haven't really accomplished this. They've always been okay.
Yeah.
But not. They've kind of just been.
And when like you said, they were okay because they were an AFL team too. So they came in the '60s. So they were.
I'm okay for keeping them. I'll keep them. I'd say keep them. Not much for accomplishments.
Yeah.
But haven't been failures.
True.
You know, like just all right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it. Well, Chiefs, you made the cut. You get to keep.
I guess. Oh man, but the Colts before '95, the Colts were fucking horrible.
No, here's the deal with the Colts. This is
But they
another
have a
thing.
legacy.
Colts only survive if they move back to Baltimore. I give you the Colts to pass if they move back to Baltimore and become the original Colts, not this shitty, fake. You know, I draft the guy who touches girls inappropriately as their quarterback for 12 years, and has a giant head. Peyton Manning, you stink. I hate Peyton Manning more than anything.
The Colts struck gold though, like more recently, because you had Peyton Manning, and then luckily
CJ's upset. She's like a big Peyton Manning fan.
I'm not listening to
no,
you.
but you had no. But Peyton Manning, he was awesome with the Colts. But here's the thing: he left, and they sucked, and they got another good quarterback, and Andrew Luck. I know he had a bad season last year, but they had a good quarterback that can actually
Potential
accomplish
quarterback,
things.
yeah.
He has things around him.
He has
You know
no
what I mean?
weapons.
Exactly.
He needs accessories.
But like they lucked out. The Colts struck like gold.
The one good thing about the difference between Peyton and the difference between Luck was Peyton was able to make magic happen with almost nothing around him.
Yeah.
If you take Peyton Manning out of that Colts team from the 2000s, and you put like say any quarterback in there, any average quarterback in there, you don't have the Colts winning championships. You don't have them.
I agree.
You could put Peyton out. You know the same theory. You take Peyton and you put him say in that decent Bills team. Bills win a Super Bowl. That's the variable. Like I think that's the only reason the Colts were that good, and I think that's the only reason they have any credibility is because of Peyton. Even though I hate his guts, I think he was the variable. He's the LeBron James essentially of the Cavaliers when he first went on the Cavaliers.
I'll go with that.
And then the first year you take LeBron out of the equation, all of a sudden they're in last place. So I think that's kind of in the same area. So, but consistency that is why I take the Patriots as a possible removal, because the Patriots are only good when you have Tom Brady because they stunk when they had anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, they had losing seasons with Drew Bledsoe. Steve Grogan was an accident waiting to happen. Tony friggin' Easton, terrible. He was so bad his rookie year he got injured that Grogan had to come up and take the rest of that 86 season or 85 season when we went to the Super Bowl. And in fact, Grogan pretty much stayed in the team from 79 to like 91. And he only got cut when they drafted Zolak. Because they couldn't, because they had Tom Tupa was their backup quarterback.
Tom Tupa.
Who later became their punter.
I was going to say, it's the punter. Yeah.
And you know, Tom Tupa was drafted in, I think it was 1979 as a quarterback for the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah.
And he actually was a decent, he was a quarterback for most of his career. And Pastel's seen something in him to turn him into a punter, but
Wow.
I don't know.
All right, moving on. Bengals gone.
Gone.
Okay. Dolphins. I'm done. No Dolphins. Hey, Arty, I got a joke for you. What's the difference between Saturn and Dan Marino?
What?
Saturn has rings.
Poor Dan.
Goodbye. I know Miami, but no.
What about their 1972 undefeated season?
Yeah, that was the 70s. I know.
Okay.
I get it. They do have that, but how long has it been since they've actually been? You know what? No, Miami wouldn't have a team then. So I guess
We're keeping. Essentially, I mean, I have to say, if I'm going to keep an AFC East team,
yeah,
I would have to go Miami as number one over the Bills because Jets are gone. Bills
Yeah,
were kicked
you're
out,
right. Okay,
and the
we
Patriots on the gray area.
Okay,
Yeah, we have to keep
by
Miami.
default, we got to keep Miami.
But that's only Florida team I want
yeah,
because I want Tampa Bay out and I want
that's the
Jacksonville.
next team, Tampa Bay Bucks to go.
Bye. See you later.
Bye, Bucks.
Bye.
Tennessee Titans.
If they move back to Houston and become the Oilers, yes.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
No.
God.
The Jacksonville Jaguars, who are a wild card team every other year and can't do anything.
Oh,
They did make it to the AFC Championship in
We're
1996
going
against the Patriots.
strong. You just can't be a newcomer. Steal the show.
And you had, who's the coach? You had the coach of the Giants when they won the Super Bowls as your coach when they were good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know, but I guess
But-
we'll wrap that up there, right?
Yeah, that's our list.
We'll do baseball next week.
We'll do baseball and hockey next week.
I have a lot of baseball talk next week. I could definitely
Yes.
do baseball.
But so for you franchises out there,
If you watched.
you're being watched, and I don't care if you have Tom Brady, because I think Tom Brady looked like a stud in San Francisco because we're keeping the 49ers.
I think the Patriots. You're right. I put the Patriots on the shot.
We lose the Patriots.
But that means we have to be Bills fans.
No, because we're losing the Bills.
We have to be Jets. We have to be Giants fans. Oh, fuck.
Which, if you look at anyone over the age of 65 in Massachusetts, They're Giants
Let's
fans.
go to the greatest bar.
Well, basically, my grandfather was a Giants fan because we didn't have a team until 1960. So, I mean, what team are you going to follow? And the Giants games are on TV. They're on the radio.
All right.
So, in the Giants, I'd rather be I hate all New York teams as it is in general, but if I have to pick a team, I would probably be the Giants. And that's only because, you know... let's stand corrected. Oh, sorry, buddy. What are you doing? Get out of there, buddy. Going for the
trying
cork.
to get the cork.
You know what the cork? Oh. I say I only become a Giants fan, though, if we have no Eli.
Okay.
I would be a better... I would like the Giants more if they had the special brother instead. What was his name?
Oh, I don't know, but I know you're talking
What's
about.
Eli and Peyton's special brother's name?
Aw.
That is Maine.
What's his name?
Mine? It's mine?
Koopa.
Koopa.
Manning, who was supposed to be the better of the Mannins.
It's like Boomer's son Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner, yeah.
It's special.
No, Cooper was supposed to be the best one out of them, but he had a bad back in high school or something like that. He never did what he was supposed to do.
He's probably on the verge of suicide now. He's probably like, I could have played.
I
He probably like
could've
Al
been.
Bundy and has
Yes.
like all war
He
stories.
just talks about his high school days,
Yeah.
where he started before Peyton and
6
and Eli.
touchdowns in one game.
Yeah.
A poke eye.
But you know what, Cooper? Probably the better looking Peyton. I mean,
Really?
Peyton.
Does
Better
he still have
looking
his
Manning.
hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not ever receding. It's all good.
Ugliest Manning? Eli. I mean, not Eli, Peyton.
I just hate when athletes, like their dads, dictate where they go. Like, he's not going to play there.
That was a dickhead move.
That's a real
He was drafted by the San Diego Chargers, and he should have played for the San Diego
Yeah, and
Chargers.
they were like, he's not going to play there.
Yeah.
I still would have freaking. That's why I think a part of it is Danny Ainge should draft what is it, Bull guy?
Ball?
Just
Lozano Ball?
for that, because you're not going to not play.
Well, for
You
two
wanna get
reasons. You draft him to bust the kid's balls, right? And he has nothing. He can't do anything for 5 years. And you piss off the Lakers.
paid. Yeah.
And then what you do is you draft Lorenzo Ball, right?
Trade him in the
And then you trade him to Philadelphia. And then you really double fuck the Lakers. I mean, that's what I would do. And I think that's what Ainge is trying to do, because he's gonna see if he can get something from Philly and draft Ball. And then do a trade and get the guy. And now, say the guy that the Celtics want.
Out.
Oh, that would be hilarious. I would
His
love.
dad.
I can't wait to draft night when Lorenzo Ball does not go to the Lakers.
I hope not.
I hope he goes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, because he's not that good. His team, Cal did not make the tournament this year, right? He played one season as a freshman. We have no really good look at this kid. His dad is selling $1,000 shoes. You know.
Hi.
And Tommy is, Tommy, how do you feel about Lorenzo Ball?
Exactly.
Exactly. Scratching his nuts. That's how America feels about you, Dingleberry.
I know.
Have fun in the last place Lakers.
Screw you. Haven't even played one NBA game. $1,000 shoes.
Magic. Who owns movie theaters? You have a guy running your team who's a movie theater connoisseur. Go fuck yourself. That's how I feel about you. Poof. Oh, why did I do that? Tommy.
Oh, no.
Come on, man. Let me see it. Well, anyways, that will conclude the episode of the Arty 84 show with, of course, Adam Mallet here at the Packy Studios.
Drop it.
Yeah, you drop it?
I don't know. I heard it clink.
Good boy.
But I don't know where it went.
And we'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And as always, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Hey, you want to plug anything, by the way?
No, I'm good right now. Just Packy.com and whirlwindreports.com, although I haven't been able to put anything up recently. Things have been really busy at work, but I will get things up there.
And also, check out the Packy's YouTube page. We're transferring a lot of videos over there that have been over there in the time on the Packy, so now you can actually access them all on YouTube.
And we got to work on mine soon.
Just search, the Packy. And we got a couple shows going on there. We're going to be great. Everything's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wild. Right, CJ?
Yeah.
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 Soundbird Susie. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodaloo. Bye.